Hello, hello, hello. Are you able to hear me? If there's anyone here. Welcome to another stream here with Fly the Noob. Today I will be attempting to fly the NX Cub from one of my favorite airstrips in Microsoft Flight Simulator, the handcrafted, extremely beautiful Bugalaga airstrip in Papua. On the island of Papua, this is the Indonesian side of the island, okay? So I shall be attempting to fly this particular aircraft upside down for as long as possible throughout our journey. Let's see, sometimes we need to turn the right way up, but anyway. Here we are in the bush, deep in the bush. Remove the chocks, remove the engine covers, remove the pitot tube covers here, if I can get the click spot to work. And for some reason, the click spot has decided it shall not cooperate with us. Come on. Okay, there it is, gone. Here it is, our beautiful little NX Cub, lovely aircraft to fly. Now, the last time I flew this, which wasn't very long ago, if you've seen my video, a few days ago actually, I did post a video out of this airstrip flying to Sinak Airport. And when we did do that, if we jump on the aircraft for a quick bit here, these lights were inoperable. And now they're all of a sudden operable. So I don't know what I've done. Or maybe they've updated the aircraft, I have no idea, but all of a sudden these lights are completely operable. Okay, so I have no idea. Anyway, before we get this thing started up, let's go on drone camera and have a look at this airstrip here. This is Bugalaga airstrip. It is a very important airstrip in Papua, Indonesia, because as you can see, it is dense jungle everywhere. All these clearings that you see are little villages, and they all rely on this particular airstrip, Bugalaga airstrip, for supplies, right? And it's lovely little airstrip that is handcrafted here in MSFS. Looks very interesting. It's a fun place to fly a lot of the more rugged and G aircraft out of, like our NX Cub, for instance. Typically, I think they do supplies with the Otter or the Beaver. Anyway, let's head back in the cockpit here. Today's flight is rather simple. This aircraft is entirely simple, so let's see how that goes. Anna says hello. It says na to na on your NA to NA on your nav bar. Yeah, it does. Let me change that. Thank you for bringing that up. What we need here, Bugalaga airstrip does not have an ICAO code, by the way. It goes by the LID, I believe, WX53, but for now, it's gonna go use ID 0038. Our landing airport today is going to be... Oh, God, have I forgotten the code so easily? Ah, there it is. WABD, Mawanamani Airport. Okay, that is where we're landing today. So we've got that settled up. Thank you very much, Anas. Mawanamani Airport is where we're landing into. Anyway, let's get our aircraft started up. Master switch. We still can't operate this one right here. The ignition battery or whatever the fish this is. Let's get all of these running. We'll get all of the lights running as well, because we don't really have much in the way of taxi today. Let's get the RPM high, throttle slightly cracked open, fuel selector is already on the left. And then we can just go ahead and start the engine. Oh, let's put the fuel lever here, the mixture to rich. Okay, now we've got a good engine start. My bad, sorry about that. Anas says, won't it be WX53? Unfortunately, WX53 is not an ICAO code, it is an LID. And Bugalaga airstrip does not have an ICAO. So we won't be able to see that today in the nav bar, if that's what you're asking about. All right. Okay, we're gonna wait for this particular system, the navigation systems and the reference systems, etc. There they are, coming to life. Yes, it is. That's pretty much it. There is nothing much to starting up this aircraft. It's like a car. We've got a flap lever here. Set that to take off. Now, we can't really program a flight plan in here, unfortunately. We really can't, right? So what we're going to do here is we're just going to, I mean, we couldn't the last time I checked, Lord knows if that's changed, but for today we're going to keep it simple. We're going to just have a straight line towards Maunamani Airport programmed in here as such. Okay, so you guys can take a look at that. There it is. We're going to be flying over a lake, and there it is, Maunamani. Very, very simple flight plan here for our day. All right, for this particular day, that's what we've got going on here. For altitude selection, we're going to go straight towards 10,000, actually, you know what, 11,000 feet here, which is kind of beyond what the NX Cub can pull off comfortably, but still. And we'll use the heading for the time being, okay? We'll set that again when we are about to, we'll also set the nav, okay. Let's see how we get along with this particular setup. Without further delay, let's get ourselves onto the runway. The sounds seem to have improved as well, so I'm pretty sure that there is an update, and I've forgotten to switch the sound. Hold on a second. There you go. Now you can hear the sound, right? Now you can hear the engine sounds and the sound of the aircraft very well. My bad about that, but at least not too late for switching the sound. Excellent. You can really enjoy that engine sound now. Anyway, all right. Let's just taxi out here and get ourselves started up. Okay, I'm gonna switch now for our takeoff view here, and let us release the parking brake as such. Okay. Yes, Anas, the music is there while we're on the ground, like we've always had on stream. And while we're flying, we turn it off. Okay, here we go. Here we go towards the runway, which is right about there, a little clearing. It is a sloping runway, so we gotta get over the slope before we go down any further. Let's get over the slope right about there. Up ahead of us is the slope, so we're gonna get down the slope and then we can take off straight. Okay, we're going a little fast. I don't want us to get airborne over this. Okay, throttle opening, and away we go. Come on, get us some speed here. Yes, please. Okay, just like that, we're up and about. Flaps can go up. I want to tone down the RPM just a little bit. There we go. So we remain in the green. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're up and out of Bugalaga airstrip. Now imagine how hard it is to spot that little dirt strip if you're coming in flying. It's very difficult. At least in flight sim it is, isn't it? Now, we're supposed to turn around fully, so let's go ahead and do that. Once we are on our way, more or less. Thank you, Anas. Thank you. I enjoyed the takeoff. I hope you did too. Once we get over this mountain, let's see what kind of nonsense we can get up to. As a matter of fact, oh, look at that. We don't have much in the way of mountains in our way today. Lucky for us, the last flight was terrible in terms of mountains. And there is the airstrip. As a matter of fact, we can take a closer look at it. There is Bugalaga airstrip right underneath us. There it is. Brilliant handcrafted airstrip. There's even a little nook to the right. You guys see that on the tip of the wing? A little nook to the right we could explore as well. Very nice. Okay. Let me head back in here, turn our aircraft down towards where we want to go. At a very steep bank angle that no one should ever do. Let's see. Can we turn this thing upside down right now? Yes, we can. And how are we looking? Oh, not too bad, I would say. Look at that. We're flying it upside down. Brilliant. Let's quickly go outside, have a look at that. Oh my word. We are flying it upside down, ladies and gentlemen. Flying it upside down. Nice. Very nice. We're pretty much following the GPS here. I'm hand flying it. This is a little loopy, isn't it? Because you can literally see through the roof. That is a little loopy. So you look up and you see the forest right there. I wonder, imagine performing this flight when you're high or drunk. I mean, no one should ever be flying or driving high or drunk. Just putting a little disclaimer out there. I am not encouraging any sort of idiotic behavior. I'm just wondering, you know, how crazy would it be if you were, let's say you were the passenger on this aircraft, and let's say you were high and drunk, and you looked up and you saw this. How crazy would that be? Now that is an experience that I feel like I need to recreate. Being the passenger, not you, not the pilot, the passenger. Just say, before people start coming at me. Not that anybody even really watches these live streams anyway. Trying to change that by posting more frequently, if you've noticed. Yes, Anas, yes. What is that little strip ahead of us? Oh, see, I thought that can be mistaken for a little landing strip, when in reality it's nothing of the sort, and you could just go in and ram into it, especially if you're flying upside down. But we seem to be doing very, very well upside down. Now, I would imagine in real life, if we were to fly an aircraft like this, that is the NX Cub with a piston engine, basically. Does it have a piston engine? I believe it's a piston engine, right? Yeah, it's a piston engined aircraft. If you were to fly this thing upside down for as long as we're doing right now, I am pretty sure something would go wrong. Okay, some sort of fluid is going to flow the wrong way, and we're going to have a problem, I'm assuming. But luckily, none of that is modeled in Flight Simulator, and it just lets us fly on by just normally. Right, and I'm still hand flying it, no issues. Right, I'm still very much hand flying it. Okay, why is it doing that? Give me a second to look down here and get our heading knob in line. Sorry. Now this is the kind of stuff that if we do, we're going to lose control of it. Ooh, getting a bit wonky there. Anyway, let me just get outside so we can enjoy. Let me turn the right way around for a second here. Not for too long, don't you worry. Just so we can enjoy a little bit of the scenery, just a little bit of the views here as we fly on towards this particular airport. You know what? Now that I've gone right way up, let me actually take ourselves very down here. Okay, let me cut the throttle down to idle. Let's go down and do some terrain hugging flights. Take a good look at the jungle underneath us. We might as well have fun, right? So rather than flying just high up, we had a little bit of a look at the view. Now let's go straight down. And let's explore the jungle's canopy here. I'm pretty sure this is rich with wildlife, and if there were more clearings, it would make an excellent camping trip, wouldn't it? Okay, let me open up my throttle before I lose all my speed here. There we go, looking good. I want to make sure that I have enough speed here, so I'm just going to open up my throttle. Oh, don't stall again. This is the problem with coming down into this valley here, because you might stall and you might never make it out. You might never make it out of here. Okay, let's try. Yeah, Anas, I hear you. It is very hilly. Thank you for your warning, and I think I should heed your warning and get the hell out of here, because I've just lost a lot of altitude right now, and we're having difficulty getting back our speed as well. So maybe that was a foolish idea, eh? That was a foolish idea to go down. I forget the reason why it's a stupid idea to go down is because we took off from Bugalaga airstrip, which is fairly already high in the mountain. So we already had that potential energy that we are able to wield. Right? Now we've just given it all up and we're low in the valleys. So hopefully we don't run into anything too high. We've got to get on a gradual, slow climb to gain back our energy without bleeding too much speed. That's the only way we're going to be making out of it. And luckily for us, we've got some clear area ahead of us. So let's make the best out of it. Sorry. That is why we shouldn't descend without thinking twice, especially in an area like this, which is very high altitude. The NX Cub does not have the performance. It simply does not have the performance to endure such altitudes. So we got to be careful here. But nonetheless, we're okay for now. Oh, is that an airstrip ahead of us? My goodness, it is. You know what? This is not on the itinerary, but I feel like I should perform a landing. Is that an... Oh. Should I perform a landing at that airstrip? Or should we soldier on? Yeah, let's soldier on for the time being, right? Yeah, I don't wanna lose too much speed and energy right now. We might not make it out of here. Although in the distance, I don't see anything very bad. So, Anas, tell me, would you like me to soldier on, or would you like me to make a little pit stop at this particular airstrip before we pass it behind? Let me know what you think. Oh, I think we should soldier on. There isn't much to look at here. I think we should soldier on. Yeah. We should continue on our journey. Besides, we've got some way to go, right? Should check out the lake and stuff. There isn't anything particularly interesting going on at this airstrip, and it's awfully pixely for some reason. So we're gonna skip that one, hey? Alright, we're gonna skip that one. Alright, we've gained some altitude, but our speed isn't looking too good. And our manifold pressure in inches apparently is very low. It is less than sea level. If I'm reading that right, that should be manifold pressure, right? Is it? I don't know. Anyway, as you can tell, it is not optimal for an aircraft like this, but we soldier on. I'll go upside down right after we cross this hill as well. Give us a little bit of fun. There it is, beautiful view. Don't want to stay on the view for too long though, because I don't have control while I'm in those external views here. Although the aircraft seems to be doing okay-ish. Yeah, I can't control the aircraft when I'm in this view. Unless I'm in autopilot, which I'm not in the mood to engage at the moment. So let's see. Oh, there's a bit of a settlement coming up. Anyway, right after we cross this hill, we're gonna go into upside down mode. So let's do that. Let me do that right about now. Best part is, I think flying upside down gains you speed for some reason. There you go. Flying upside down really helps you get some speed. Well, it's not just flying upside down that gets you speed. It's also the fact that the vertical we tend to descend. So that is why. But for some reason we've gained some speed, so that's nice. Let's try climbing slowly. But we are flying upside down. That we are. Right? That we are. Beautiful. As we continue on our flight, we are coming up on a lake and we can see it in the distance. We'll fly upside down when we are over the lake now. See how that affects our perspective. But I want to gain some altitude before I even attempt that. So to do that, let me just climb up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna climb up a little bit and we're gonna check out that lake that we're about to fly over. It looks quite nice. Although this area is not really done very well. As you can tell, the textures are quite horrible. Look at that. Look at the ground textures. Look at how blurry that is. That is not done well at all in MSFS. That is a shame. That is a shame. These textures are terrible. Nonetheless, look at that. Why is it done so horribly? Look at this. It is just pixels. We don't have this issue in 2020. Man, that sucks. That is not acceptable. It just isn't. Anyway. Let's now head over the lake. Parallel to our GPS track, right about here. Got some sort of altitude, 8,000 feet. We'll turn upside down at the lake and see how that affects. You know what? Let's do it right now. Let me turn upside down like so. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna fly over the lake. Perfect. Perfect. Not gonna retrim the aircraft because we're gonna keep turning upside down and right way up. Okay. Very nice. We turn more in towards the lake. Let's see how that looks. Let's fly over the lake a little bit. Hello there, EM, after a very, very long while. How are you doing, my friend? I'm happy that you're enjoying it. Happy that you're enjoying it. Welcome to the stream. Now, here's the funny part, eh? We are flying upside down, and if you were to see this picture for like 2 seconds, you wouldn't be able to tell. Where is the lake? Where is the sky? You would not be able to tell, especially because there's so much reflection on the lake and the water is calm. You won't be able to tell which is which. You'd be pretty confused. Only thing that gives it away is a little bit of clouds on the right hand side. That's it. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Let's now turn more towards our GPS track and continue the journey. Very, very cool. It looks like a mirror indeed. Whoop, whoop. Now that's a mistake you can make when you're flying upside down and you change your view, because you decide to pull up on the throttle and that's what happens. Anyway, very nice. Let me fly the right way up for a bit so we can enjoy the scenery of the lake as we pass through this beautiful cloud, because I don't want to get disoriented in the cloud. It's very easy to do that. So let's enjoy that beautiful looking scenery as we fly into this. Rather, we're flying over it. Not a big deal. Very, very nice. I'm a little hungry right now. What about you, Anas? Have you had your meal, whatever time it is, wherever you are? I believe you said, where did you say you were again? Can I try skimming the lake? Absolutely. But we'll have a hard time climbing back up with speed. However, as Anas has requested it, I'm going to try and skim the lake, all right? You just had KFC. Oh, very nice, Mr. Anas. I am very peckish myself. After this live stream, I am thinking of grabbing a bite, but I don't know what to eat. So what do you recommend? Is there anything in particular you recommend that I should try today? What did you have from KFC, man? I'm a fan of the Zinger burger. I really like it. EM, I believe you're in Russia. Is that right? Yes, you're in Russia. St. Petersburg, right? Now, tell me, if you're still in the chat, what is a famous restaurant chain that you have in Russia that's like KFC? I assume you know what KFC is. Do you have something in Russia that is like KFC? And if so, what do you enjoy getting from there? Mr. Anas, we're skimming the lake. Mighty Zinger and a chicken piece. Very nice. Mighty Zinger. I love the Zinger burger. I've never tried the Mighty Zinger, but I should, eh? I really should. Why not? Check this out. We're flying right over the lake as requested. Mr. Anas, let's see if we can get it a little lower. I believe if I touch the landing gear, I'll crash, so I can't touch the landing gear. But we're skimming the lake pretty much. EM, I got a bottle of Coke and fried potato with vegetables. Sounds like diet, but I'm okay. Alright. Oh no. Oh no. Yep. So if we touch the wheels, look at that. Look, the wheels were literally spinning. If we touch the wheels, we crash. Alright. So we know now. Hey, somebody had to do it, right? I'll use that as an excuse. Somebody had to do it. We're pretty much, everything else is on track. We don't have to worry about that crash. EM, bottle of Coke and fried potato with veggies. Where did you get that from? Sounds... is that like something that you would typically have? And is that like fast food or something? Anas, basically a double zinger burger. A double zinger burger. Okay. Yeah, it's basically a double zinger burger. 2 patties, right? If I'm not wrong. Yeah, EM, when I try to touch the lake, it crashes immediately. It doesn't let you dip your landing gear. Maybe I tried it a little too harsh. I will be trying it again one more time some other day. You know, I'll try it a little more gently. But it doesn't let you, from what I've just done, it doesn't let you dip your wheels in the water. That sucks, right? That sucks. Yeah. Maybe with either aircraft you can do it. Maybe if we try the Cub version with the floats or something, we'll obviously be able to do that. Technically 3 pieces of bun? What do you mean? There is a piece of bun in between the patties? Is that what you're saying, Anas? We're busy discussing chicken zinger burger while flying here. Now I need to eat something, Anas. What do you recommend? Apart from the chicken zinger burger, do you have other options for me? Because I'm very hungry. I was hungry before I started this live stream. It's like only been in half an hour. Oh, that is interesting, man. That is interesting. That is intéressant. We're having a little bit of fun here at the edge of overspeed. Pepperoni pizza. Oh, Anas. You know, it sucks that where I am, it's a little remote. Currently where I am, it's a little remote and I can't... All the pepperoni pizza places are expensive. Big pizza. Oh. I'll have a look at the pizza options. But I'm not really feeling pizza right now. Let's see. Let's see. Sure. Big pizza. Pepperoni. You know what? I'm going to take that suggestion. Big pepperoni pizza. It is. That is what I'm having after the live stream. Great. Thank you, guys. Okay, and as we chit-chat about food, we're coming up on our airport for the day, Maunamani Airport in Papua, Indonesia. So as we come upon it, which we still don't have a clear visual of, I think it's the little thing in front, I'm not too sure. Anyway, I do know that it's in this very valley. We don't have to climb any more mountains to reach it. Get some fried rice with crispy chicken. Fried rice with crispy chicken. Okay. If I'm ordering from KFC, I want to try that zinger thing that you just had. And if not, I'm having a big pizza with pepperoni, like EM has suggested. So, that is how we're going to do it today. Thank you guys once again. It is spicy. You'll need something to drink. Oh, EM, no problem. I can easily handle spicy stuff. I am a spice master myself. EM, did you know that I once had a channel where I was eating spice? Did you know that? I was eating spice. Like the world's hottest sauces and stuff. I used to try it in a channel that I had. I stopped posting there. But if you guys would like me to restart that, I'll be more than happy to do that. Anas, you want me to have an upside down approach? Most certainly, sir. Most certainly. Let's go ahead and have that upside down approach as requested by Anas, because that is the theme of today's live stream, flying upside down. So why not have an upside down approach? Now, we need to find it first. Right? We need to find the airstrip first. So let's try and do that. Come to me. Come on. Just enter the aircraft here. Ah, it's here. Alrighty. Not a problem. We'll find it. Let's fly upside down while we hunt for our airstrip for the day. Let's actually get more in line with our GPS here. Okay, just there. And then we shall turn it back out like that. Okay. That is much better. Much better. Okay, let us fly it this way. Okay, we're on track with GPS. Brilliant. Now we just need to find our airstrip. Once we do, we're ready to land. Is that it ahead of us? No, it's not. Where is it? Where art thou, airstrip? Okay. Oh, there it is. There it is. It is the airstrip. Because of the way how poorly the thing loads the textures, we can't really see it. Can it climb from this position, do barrel roll and fly to backway direction? No, it cannot do that. It's an NX Cub. However, we shall attempt it. We shall attempt it, and I shall definitely attempt it. It's not powerful enough, EM, for sure, but we will definitely attempt it right away. We'll stall. I know we're going to crash, but we're going to attempt it, all right? Let's attempt it. Let me first gain some speed, and then we'll attempt it right away. Okay, flying parallel to the airstrip. We're gaining some speed right there, right there. We're going quite fast now. And let's go. Attempting to flip it. Attempting to flip it. We're stalling, and we flipped it though. We flipped it. It's time to land, ladies and gentlemen. Let's no, let's not land like this. I have an idea. Because I don't have Sky Dolly running, let me do that one more time, yeah? Let me do that one more time, and then we can take the landing replay as well. That is a cool idea, EM, and it did work. Very nice. Thank you very much for that idea, my friend. That is pretty cool. We're gonna go a little bit further now, upside down. Okay, let's not fly upside down just yet. Let us fly parallel down the runway. We're gonna line ourselves with the runway. Thank you, Anas. Thank you. That was fun. That was very fun. Let's line ourselves up with the runway. And let's fly in its direction. I'm gonna turn on Sky Dolly. I'm gonna go upside down. Then we're gonna do what we just did so we can have it on replay. Alright? So let's do that right away. Coming up, let's turn this way. Just like that. Let's turn that way. Okay, there is a mountain ahead of us. Need to be a little careful. Nothing too serious. There we go. There we go. And I'm gonna turn on Sky Dolly right now. Sky Dolly on. And I'm going to turn our aircraft upside down like so. Completely upside down. Gonna wait for the speed to go up. Just like that, just like that, and I'm gonna turn it up the other way. Nice. Very nice, there we go. Now I'm gonna throttle down, drop the flaps right there, give it a little bit of throttle, and we're ready to land. Nice. Isn't that nice? Very nice. Let's push that throttle down once again because we are too fast now. We are way too fast, but that's okay. Should be able to make this landing fairly quickly. Our RPM is low, but I'm not gonna stress about that right now. And here we come in, and down we go. Brilliant. Welcome to Maunamani Airport in Papua, Indonesia. We had our flaps down, all good. Let us now turn around, clean up our aircraft, and see what we did with our replay in sky dolly, shall we? Perfection. Let's turn our aircraft around here. Let's see what we did. Thank you, Ernest. Thank you. Let us see what we just did. Cleaning up flaps. Okay, we're going to turn our aircraft around a little bit. Come on, turn around. Don't be stingy on me. Okay, there we go. We turned that around really quickly there. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and take a look at our landing replays and have a little bit of fun, right? Let's see how we did. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Let me actually go ahead and take a little screenshot of that because that is brilliant. That is brilliant. Screenshot done. Let's go ahead and take a look at our landing replay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so let me stop sky dolly. Let's go to cinematics here, stop sky dolly. Let's rewind that. Let's have a look. Let us have a look. You know what? The first one, let me just turn off cinematics. Just so we can appreciate the flipping around, right? Okay, so let's start right here. Okay, here we go. That is just turning upside down. Nose dive right there. And there we go. Flipped it the right way around. Drop the flaps immediately. Cut down on the power. And shooting straight for the runway from there. Very nice little stunt. I'm glad that the NX Cub was able to pull that off. That was fun. That was mighty fun. And there we go. There we go. Nice and smooth and easy. Perfect. We got a road alongside us anyway. Let's now go in for some cinematic views. Let's see how we did. Let's try this view. This view is going to be brilliant for what we just did. Okay, so let's try that. Not a lot of fuel on board. Yes, there is not a lot of fuel on board left, so definitely the weight was quite low. So let's see how we did from this view. There we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Airstrip right ahead of us. we come into land? It's a very nimble aircraft, this. Very easy to fly, although it has issues at high altitude, but beyond that it is cool. There we go. I feel like I should have just left it like this. Let's have another look at it. Let's have another look at it with a bit more of views showing, so we have more to appreciate here. All right? We'll have one more look at it. We'll have one more look at our landing. After this, we'll have one more view. Now, the reason it said flap malfunction is not because we had an actual malfunction. It's just when we replayed it in SkyDolly, a little bit of an issue went wrong. That's why we got the flaps issue. But in the real landing, if you look at the previous replay, we had the flaps down, nothing wrong at all. All right? So let's just have a look at that touchdown one more time. We're not going to go all the way. Should we go all the way? You know what, let me just try this one last time. Let's pause this so that we give it some time for the flaps to retract. EM, what do you think? Can Pilatus plane, which you use in your last video, or TBM do some stunts with enough altitude, or I should forget to dream about it? The Pilatus that I used in my last video is the PC-12, I believe, and it can most... First of all, thank you very much for watching my last video, and yes, I am pretty sure it can do some crazy stuff, the Pilatus and the TBM, so that is what I'll definitely get around to doing, EM. You have my word, I will definitely get around to performing some crazy stuff with those aircraft on my next live stream. That's what we're going to be doing on my next live stream. Some crazy stuff with the TBM 930. How about that? How about that? Okay. Very nice. So that will be the last landing replay. Then we'll go ahead and shut down our aircraft. If I can even find a parking. Is there a parking on this airstrip? Yes, there is. Okay. Crazy hair in the cockpit, Anas? What are you trying to say? Very nice, very nice. Let me just clap for myself there. That was dreads. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, right, yeah. The hair in the cockpit. You're talking about my character, are you? Ah, my bad. I thought I didn't understand you at first. That, yeah, I used to have long hair. I just shaved it completely off now. But that was my actual hair. Not dreads, EM. I had extremely curly hair. My hair looked like noodles. So I had hair like that until very recently when I shaved it off. Now I'm basically bald, but yeah. That's where it is. I should update my character to show that I'm basically bald right now, huh? Alrighty. Let's go ahead now and taxi into a parking somewhere there. Let's see, where is the parking? Where is the parking? Parking is right there, ahead of us. Okay. Let's go ahead and push our throttle up, get this aircraft in really quickly here so we can perform our shutdown. There we go. Just zooming down the runway. Basically no wind today. Very nice. Just a little bit of a tailwind right now. Where is the little turn off? Ah, there's the fuel box. So I assume there is a turn off right there. Yes, it is. Flaps up. Oh, flaps are malfunctioning because of our replay system. Oh, there's a marshal right there, marshalling us to turn in. Very nice. I did not know that there was a marshal here. Very nice. But what is wrong with him? Why does he look like that? Why does he look like that? There's something wrong with the aircraft right now. Yep, flaps are malfunctioning because of the replay. Just open up the throttle slightly. Make this guy happy. Come on. Go forward. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Flaps have completely decided to malfunction on us because of our Sky Dolly replay. We're not going to worry too much about it. Let's go ahead, shut down our aircraft. As such, can turn all the lights off and the avionics off as well. Fuel pump off, that off. Fuel mixture to the lean, right? Pull to be lean, correct. RPM completely down as well. Can open up our doors and stuff like that here. Unfortunately, our flaps are gonna need some repair before we can pull them back up. And master switch off too. There we go. And the marshal has disappeared. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have parked ourselves successfully in at Maunamani Airport. This is Maunamani Airport and it's a very crucial hub for all these people that you see around you. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If there are any questions or comments in the chats by EM or Anas, I'm more than happy to take it right now. If there is nothing, we can call it a day for today. Let me know. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any comments? Any suggestions? Any places you'd like to see? Now's the time. Anas said it's literally a car with even a key to start and shut down the engine. Yeah, it's basically a little car. So I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds if you got something to ask me. Anybody? If not, we shall call it a day here. And I shall shut this thing down. Just taking a few screenshots for our thumbnail later. Thanks a lot. It was a great stream today. Thank you very much, Anas. EM, thank you for tuning in. Thank you both of you for tuning in, and I appreciate it very much. Just show the fuel station, please. You want to see the fuel station? Okay, sure. I can show you the fuel station. There it is. That's the fuel box. Fuel and air, I believe, available for us. That's pretty much it. Fuel and air. Or is it just air? I think this is the fuel box. Okay, whatever it is, you get the point. Anyway, we shall leave it here for this particular stream. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed that little bit of messing about here in Papua, Indonesia. See you in the next stream. Thank you so much and bye-bye.